This video has been recorded so many times that I'm not even excited about it anymore. Hi guys, it's Talia, and today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite TV series that I've found to be very similar, and I'm going to tell you which one I prefer. I also did an Instagram poll about all these series, and I'm excited to share the results of that with you as well, and we'll see if we agree on things or not. Some of these series have very passionate fan bases, and my friends are a member of those fan bases, so I think I'm gonna be having very serious talks with a couple of people after this video, but don't hate me, please. I'm just a human, and little things make me prefer one thing over the other. So let's just dive in. The first pair I have is a sci-fi pair, Westworld versus Altered Carbon. Westworld was my midnight binge-watching show with my roommate back on campus, which makes it sentimental for me, but we got bored of it. The reason being, we rooted for the AI from the start, and then it became kind of impossible to empathize with. At least that was my reason for not being into it all that much, but the premise was very interesting. The whole theme park run by AI, inspired by the Wild West, and where people can come in and do outrageous stuff like violent and sexual, and whatever they did, it was okay because the robots are not technically human, but that's where things go wrong. And it's a solid TV series. I just grew tired of it, but Altered Carbon, I might be kind of biased because I'm watching it right now, but oh my god, the atmosphere, the dark Blade Runner-esque atmosphere that these cities in different planets have. We follow our main character through the slums of it while he tries to solve crimes, and the fact that the human consciousness can be uploaded to disks and be transferred between bodies, which they call sleeves, is very interesting to me because it's a moral question. You know, are you still alive if you're, in a disk, or do you need your own unique body? Our protagonist changes bodies, and I'm not even sure if he's a protagonist because everyone is morally gray, and I just love it. Give me dark, give me now. I love it. And you guys picked Westworld over Altered Carbon. 69% actually preferred Westworld, but I think that might be partly because you haven't seen Altered Carbon yet, so if you liked Westworld, I think you would like Altered Carbon. Go watch it. The second pair, oh my god, my guilty pleasures, Pretty Little Liars and Gossip Girl. Okay, there is a lot of you that loved Gossip Girl. 79% preferred Gossip Girl to Pretty Little Liars, and I agree. I have to agree. The reason being, although they're similar in some senses, the evil manipulative force A in Pretty Little Liars and Gossip Girl in Gossip Girl, and groups of girls and guys trying to solve the mysteries surrounding them, the Pretty Little Liars got pretty extreme pretty fast, and I grew tired of the drama. And I'm not saying that Gossip Girl is drama-free, it's so dramatic, but at least some of the things they're able to do in Gossip Girl is justified by their richness, while in Pretty Little Liars I was like, really? You're a high school student, how the hell do you do that? And although both are considered guilty pleasures, I prefer Gossip Girl too. Moving on, The Vampire Diaries and Teen Wolf. Oh my god, these fandoms are brutal. But I'm gonna have to go with The Vampire Diaries, and you guys seem to agree. 65% preferred The Vampire Diaries. That is the first, adult show that I started watching when I was, 12. And I fell in love with it because it's dark, and it's romantic, and it's vampires, and I felt so grown up watching it. That sentiment aside, compared to Teen Wolf, I was more attached to the characters too, and the plot lines that kept growing and growing, and the originals came into the picture, and I was just like, give me blood. Teen Wolf didn't really grip me. I know some people prefer it. It's okay. Agree to disagree. Moving on. Ooh, a superhero pairing. The Flash versus Arrow. 56% of you picked The Flash over Arrow, and I get that, but my preference is Arrow because the witty and charming aspect of Barry Allen did not vibe with me for some reason, and I prefer Oliver's like dark and brooding and mysterious tone, you know. He disappeared and came back like a warrior, basically, and the villains in Arrow, the Secret Assassin Club or something, it's just more intriguing for me, and I cared more about the love story, Elicity, my heart, whereas I did not really care for Barry Allen's infatuation with the childhood love. I know, it's me. It's agree to disagree. Ooh, this is the controversial pick. Ready? Friends versus How I Met Your Mother. I love both of these shows. They are so similar in premises, like sitcoms, following a group of friends in New York. We have Ross and Ted, Chandler and Marshall, Joey and Barney, Rachel and Robin, Monica and Lily, and Phoebe is out there doing her own thing. I love her. This was the closest call on this poll. 51% of you picked Friends, while 49% said How I Met Your Mother. And I have friends that are die-hard fans of either one, and I don't want to fight, but
Hey, Rock. Hard place. Me.
I'm gonna have to go with Friends. Just because of the ending. The ending of How I Met Your Mother was ridiculous, and I did not like it. It didn't give us anything, didn't tie up any loose ends, just made us think again that Ted is a freaking coward and can't get to the point. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Chandler, I love you. Moving on. This pairing. Okay, Game of Thrones versus Vikings. I watched Game of Thrones first, and I loved it. Up until the last bit where they divert it from the books, and I was just like, nope, nope, nope. I'm rejecting that ending. It's okay. George R.R. Martin is writing a new book. All is gonna be well. But 79% of you guys preferred Game of Thrones over Vikings, and I get that, but I also know that not everyone watches Vikings, while Game of Thrones was a sensation and everyone had to see it. If you liked Game of Thrones, go watch Vikings because it's a very interesting show too. It's actually based on historical events and the pagan culture and the Vikings, and I really loved it, and the characters grow on you because they're imperfect, but they have a very strong sense of honor, and Ragnar and Lagertha, you just fall in love with them, and the family dynamics are very interesting too. But my pick is still Game of Thrones. There is just a vastness to that world, and the Seven Kingdoms, the plethora of characters that they throw at you.
I'm not questioning your honor, Lord Janice. I'm denying its existence.
It's a mind-boggling story, and I have to go with Game of Thrones on this. My last pairing, two crime shows, Criminal Minds versus Bones. You guys picked Criminal Minds, 62% was favoring Criminal Minds, which I was surprised with because I did not know that many people actually knew Bones. Whenever I mention it, most of the time people are like, what, Bones? I never heard of that. It's a marvelous show. The FBI teaming with an anthropologist to solve murders that have very decomposed remains to do anything with. It was so interesting. The love story, Bones and Booth, BB, my heart, I love them. And the whole bone aspect of the forensics really shine through in Bones, and I think it's a very unique take on the whole crime duo thingy. So if you like crime shows, go watch it. But my allegiance lies with Criminal Minds as well, because in Criminal Minds there's a different take. The psyche of the killer is what matters, and they delve into their minds and try to predict their next move, and that is so fascinating to me. But the tiebreaker was that every single Criminal Minds episode is sure to draw you in and get you invested in catching the killer, while some of the Bones episodes were okay, but it was more of like a let's get to the real stuff thingy. That never really happened with Criminal Minds, and I also love Dr. Reed. So I agree with you guys. Criminal Minds it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I probably will be coming at you with other shows that I finished because I'm a notorious binge watcher and I have too much time in my hands with this quarantine. But do let me know if you agree with the polls or me, or if you have any suggestions similar to the shows that I mentioned. And as always, thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Bye!